Let's take a look at methods for measuring performance. Organizations have developed a wide variety of methods for measuring performance. Some methods rank each employee to compare employee performance. Other methods break down the evaluation into ratings of individual attributes, behaviors, or results. Simple ranking requires managers to rank employees into their group from highest performer to poorest. The major downside of ranking involves validity. To state a performance measure as broadly as best or worst doesn't define what exactly good or bad about the person's contribution to the organization. Ranking, therefore, raises questions about fairness. Another way to compare employee performance is with the forced distribution method. This type of performance measurement assigns a certain percentage of employees to each category in a set of categories. For example, the organization might establish the following percentages in categories: exceptional at 5%, exceeds standards at 25%, meets standards at 55%, room for improvement at 10%, or not acceptable at 5%. The problem is that a manager who does very well at selecting, motivating, and training employees will have a group of high performers and would have difficulty assigning employees at the bottom ones. Another variation on rankings is the paired comparison method. This approach involves comparing each employees with each other and establishing rankings. Performance measurement can look at each employee's performance relative to a uniform set of standards. The measurement may evaluate employees in terms of attributes believed desirable, or the measurements might identify whether employees have behaved in desirable ways, such as closing sales or completing assignment. To rate behaviors, the organization begins by defining which behaviors are associated with success on the job. The appraisal form asks the manager to rate an employee in terms of each of the identified behaviors. One way to rate behaviors is with the critical incident method. This approach requires managers to keep a record of specific examples of the employee acting in ways that are either effective or ineffective. A behaviorally anchored rating scale, or BARS method, is intended to define performance dimensions specifically using statements of behavior that describe different levels of performance. Management by objectives is a system in which people at each level of the organization set goals in a process that flows from top to bottom, so employees at all levels are contributing to organization's overall goals. These goals become standards for evaluating each employee's performance.